Flair, or I guess it was Flair that did it. I guess they did it. It's a Marvel Masterpiece set from 1992. Joe Jusko did a lot of the artwork for it. Yeah, Nano Reaper, I blame the freaking lockdown too. I and all the more reason to love California for it. So, because I cherish this stuff, I'm gonna try to be as gentle as I can be in trying to open it. But I will attempt to angle the camera so you guys can see what kind of coolness is being unraveled here. The point of this is sometimes we need to treat ourselves. I mean, other than just, the usual stuff that we treat ourselves with, which is, whatever entertainment happens to be out there. I know a lot of people are loving on The Mandalorian right now. If you haven't heard, you can go onto the Bounding Into Comics YouTube channel, find out what we thought about it. Any of our other followings, you'd be able to get a general sense of what we think. The show's enjoyable, but it's a long shot from where it should have been. But this is another method of trying to alleviate the stress of the world's just being pissy. It's not a cake. It is not a cake, thieving pork. It's a freaking... Anyway, so here's what we've got. This came today. I was hoping it would come yesterday. And, god damn it, newspaper. But there it is. In all of its glory. Like a freaking... Just as it's... Oh, yes. Oh my gosh, yes. Oh. Now, given the size of the box, it's kind of small. So it's actually Skybox that did these. Okay. My memory didn't serve me well. But that's Hulk back in the day, the Marvel Masterpiece logo there. Collector's cards. Whew. Look at that artwork. You got Psylocke. Oh, you got Cyclops. All cards printed in original hand-painted art by Joe Jusko. Oh, yeah. Oh, man. But yeah, you got the side with the Silver Surfer. And then Wolverine. Ooh. Captain America against the bald eagle banner there. Oh, man. And then other side, Spider-Man. Amazingly, She-Hulk, who at the time in 1992 was not as popular as she was back in the Burn days. But this is what we've got. This is going to be 36 packs in here. Can't wait to open it up, find out what's in here. And you guys will be with me when I open these things up because, oh God, let's do it. And, oh my gosh. And the reason I put this into therapy session is like, look how excited I am. Like opening up something of nostalgic value. It's just like when we watch like the original Star Wars trilogy, or at least people who are want to watch it, or like we watch the original X-Men series, where we have like a 4K version of the Batman animated series. All right. So right now, the chat, we've got Deviant Porg, hail, Nano Reaper, hail, Spencer, the associate editor over at Bounding Into Comics. Thanks for joining me, guys. This is not cake. This is fantastic stuff. And we shall now break the seal. See, I'm kind of hesitant because I work at a place. I'm not allowed to talk about it too much, but I work at a place where it's like this stuff is best if it's pristine, and I'm cognizant of like any kind of damage that could happen to it. All right, here we go. So let's get into it. It's like I don't want to damage the box because I appreciate the artwork that's even on the outside, even though I know it's like just marketing. Anyway, I know back in 92, here's the thing, back in 92, you could be like throwing these boxes around in the comic store and like just getting the product out because you're all about making that money or whatever. But now you get older, you start to treat this stuff with like mittens because you just want to you want to be as tender and as delicate as possible because you know the fragility of the things that were in your past. You're just like, okay, here we go. So they only made 350,000 of these. Oh man, and as you can see from the number there, there's a lot of these packs or these boxes that were already gone through. So, whew, here we go. I'm kind of hesitant in doing this, but here we go. There they are. Now, Wolverine being the popular character of the time, of course, he's right on the front of many of these. You got some variants with Spider-Man on them. 6 cards per pack. Gosh. I hope you guys are in here for the long haul because this is going to be sweet. Any variants? So essentially just the 2 popular characters during the time, Spider-Man and Wolverine. Spider-Man, I believe he had the Ultimate Carnage game that came out. Wolverine had his own game that came out. And then during this time, there was the animated series featuring both characters. So yeah. Nano Reaper, I have a knife. Oh gosh. Okay, I don't want to. Okay. Kid gloves. I don't want to handle these inappropriately. But yeah, that's kind of cool. I don't want to bend these things. I don't want to. Okay. For this part, I'm gonna need scissors because I don't want to take my knife to the cards, to the card packs. So here we go. Oh. Shut up, Nano Reaper. Freaking. Always a critic. All right. So we're going to open one pack and see what we can get. Dude, I feel like, I got oily hands. It's just like I don't want to get oil on the damn things. Okay. Now, I told Spencer this in on the Bounding live stream. We talked about it. Something that I want to pull is, I don't know if I can pull it up here. Let's, anyway. If we pull it, we'll pull it. But what I want to pull is a Wolverine versus Sabretooth card. And it is. I told the story on Bounding Live, but it's a card that I had in my childhood. And I took it to school. And I lost it at school. I lost it in middle school. Somewhere in between, like going to the band room and going to my I guess I was taking Spanish at the time. Anyway, somewhere in between going between classes, I had lost the card. And that card eventually, the guy that got it for me kept telling me that it kept going up in price. It kept going up in price. Now, if I pull that card, god damn, that'll be like a great moment for me. But here we go. First bit here is we hopefully I freaking card. If I got the card, I didn't even cut the freaking. Okay, just feel where the card is. Make sure I don't cut the. Like sweating here. Okay. No, don't. I'm afraid. Can you hear the fear in my voice, guys? Did I open it enough? Oh, yeah. Okay. So, keep in mind, these cards are nigh on 30 years old. So, they've been sealed for quite a while. Okay, I got something. My breathing is labored. All right, check this out. So we've got Shatterstar, Joe Jusko, which is a very cool card. Shut up, Spencer. Wait, there's Havoc? Oh. Dude, the cards are stuck together. Anyway, so yeah, that's the thing for Shatterstar. Oh, cool stuff. Set that aside. You've also got Havoc. Old school. Very cool. Old school cool. You got Kingpin. I think we looked at another card from the 93 set last night. And he was a little more imposing than in Joe Jusko's art. But Joe Jusko's little interpretation of Kingpin is pretty imposing. Here we go. The Phoenix. I think that's Rachel Summers. Yeah, that's the Rachel Summers version. If you can see that. And then Doom, the Good Doctor. And then last but not least, Wolverine, as appeared in the first issue of, or I believe the 183rd issue of Hulk. 181st, sorry. And then Doctor Doom's first appearance. Skybox. Okay. Now, that was a Wolverine pack. I wonder if they had planned it like more more X-Men stuff in the Wolverine packs and more uh, General Marvel in the Spider-Man packs. So let's see what we can find in the Spider-Man. Oh gosh. Feel where the card is. Cut. Okay, here we go. Now, second pack we are opening up. Hopefully. Oh! Okay. So my theory was right. So I'm opening it up and I see like Tombstone. Let's see. Oh, okay, never mind. Maybe it's not that cut and dry. So, Rogue, as drawn by Joe Jusko. I'm wondering how much they paid Joe Jusko to make all these cards. Um, and as I'm opening these cards, I'm noticing that they are very, very brittle. Like, I I can feel that there is age to them. So I'm trying to be very careful with them. Almost 30 years, come on. There's your blob. Goddamn camera. There you go. Blob. Fantastic. Aha! There you go. Got to protect the edges there. You got Kurt Wagner, the Nightcrawler. Yeah, the illustrations are pretty cool. It's just like, and then there's his first appearance in the giant-sized X-Men. His interpretation of Iceman. This is before Iceman came out of the closet, or Jean Grey forced him out of the closet. Iceman, as it were. And then you got Tombstone, who only recently made a cinematic appearance in, not a live action appearance, but Into the Spider Verse. We finally got a Tombstone on the big screen, and that might be the only big screen appearance we get of Tombstone. Seeing the way that the big screens are disappearing. Whew. Okay, we got more of these. Here we go. Yes, I took your joke, Spencer. God dang it. Okay, I said this was like a therapeutic thing, but as I'm opening these, it's like hesitancy, fear at the same time, but at the same time, like elation and kind of a relief and kind of reliving that joy of being a kid again. I guess that's what a lot of people get during like Christmas, getting something new. Okay, we might get some repeats. But okay, here's a character that I haven't used yet. The Super Scroll. I don't know if they're gonna use him. They have to use him in a Fantastic Four way though. But yeah, first appearance of Super Scroll. Boom, there it is. Then we've got our man, the Juggernaut. Le Juggernaut. There you go. Old school beast before he became more cat-like. Hank McCoy. Also making his first appearance in that X-Men book all those years ago. You got Sandman. You got Green Goblin. That's wow, old school art. And then Phoenix again as a kind of double. Okay, I think I'm getting the hang of this here. Freaking Spencer. Okay, so I think this was the time that they were doing the swimsuit stuff too. Or is that? I don't think the masterpieces did the swimsuits, if I remember correctly. I think those were their own thing. I'm pretty sure Joe Jusko didn't do any of those artworks. That'd be good. That'd be a good stream, though. Just bringing back the swimsuit art for Marvel. Imagine how many people would just tack onto those. Okay, so I got some weird pack here. The back is to the front is to the back. Oh, a foil or a hologram. Or no, foil. A foil. Hulk versus Thing. Good pull. That is at least $500 as a perfect 10. And this is, I believe, a perfect 10. Still got that shine on it. Look at that. This is a good one. Oh. Okay, that's going to go in a special pile. Just. Oh. Okay. Sorry, got excited there. Okay, so we've got Kang the Conqueror. Kang the Conqueror. He's apparently supposed to make his appearance in the Loki theory. We don't know. We're hearing a lot of rumors about what's going to happen with the Marvel Cinematic Universe, especially when it comes to these series. I think these series is all that they've got left. The way that theaters are going, theaters are going to be a novelty. But yeah, Kang is going to go in the regular pile. My man Bishop, I have yet to see him done correctly. Gosh, these cards, they stick together because the printing on them is so old. There we go. Bishop. Spencer, they're not going to make I shouldn't say not going to make a Trailblazer card, but I really hope they don't make cards for those characters. But yeah, Sauron. They have yet to do live cinematic version of Sauron. We got a repeater of Havoc. And our first, Namor by Joe Jusko. The canonically first mutant. I probably ruined the edge doing that. Fuck. But yeah, Namor. Boom. All right, so out of that pull, we got 2 repeats, and we managed to pull a foil, a hologram battle card. Okay. Let's keep it going. Because I feel in my bones, I feel that there's something good. All right, so here we go. I mean, pulling that Hulk versus Thing card is probably makes it all the more worth it to me in terms of what this. Ooh, okay, this is pretty cool. Thanos. I don't know what the pricing on this card would be, but I know when he made his appearance in Avengers Infinity War, his card was going for a lot of money for a perfect 10. So I'm just going to keep that in a good pile. We got a Beast repeat, which is good. Oh, first appearance, Dazzler. I never really got the appeal of Dazzler. It was probably before I got into the comics. She kind of faded into the background for a lot of what I was reading. It's probably during the 80s that she really had a time to shine because of the popularity of the pop music. You got Quicksilver. It's our first Quicksilver card. We already pulled Magneto. There's that artwork again, which is Jusko's got just like a bunch of household items that Magneto's throwing around. It's so weird. And then we've got the Mole Man. If nobody remembers the Mole Man, it's forgivable because the Mole Man's kind of a sucky character. Listen, Taylor Swift does not appeal to me, Spencer. And Dazzler, for some reason, doesn't do it for me either. It's just, in my opinion, Leela Cheney was better. There, I said it. She was also a rock star, right? She could do, and she had a better power than Dazzler. All right, so next pack we've got. Oh, shoot. Old school Dormammu. I have come to bargain. This seems like a good card pull. Of course, Doctor Strange makes his appearance. Then we've got Megan, who, for all intents and purposes, we haven't seen in the comic books lately. But yeah, and it's like they got these wonderful little descriptions. Her involvement with Excalibur and Captain Britain. Born with born with a freakish werewolf like appearance. And it's like, okay, you already have Wolfsbane, but whatever. Megan grew up tragically believing herself to be a demon. Eventually, she learned she was actually a metamorph, mutant with the power to change her size and shape. Armed with this knowledge, like a caterpillar becoming a butterfly, she transformed herself into the beautiful woman she is today. Now she fights side by side with her fellow Excalibur teammates, employing her powers in their never-ending struggle against evil. Sure, why not? That is old school Megan. So we got Nova, who we haven't seen proper Nova, proper Richard Rider. We will eventually. We got the Nova Corps, so Riders right around the corner, unless they don't do movies anymore. Rogue again, they'll repeat. Oh my, old school Mandarin. That, my friends, would not be allowed in the comic book or in any film or cinema anymore. That's too on the nose. Of course, the Mandarin with the 10 beings of power. And then you got Colossus. There's a lot of emphasis on the X-Men here. All right, well, at least I'm pulling a lot of X-Men cards here. Pulling more X-Men than General Marvel. But that's the 90s. That's where all the sales were going, I guess. Oh, to be fair, Megan and all the Brits were originally separate from the X. Yeah, and if you read the Excalibur books that they came out with in the Dawn of X series, they kind of try to treat it like a separate thing. Like, okay, Brian Braddock is not a mutant, therefore, he's kind of his own thing. He can't get into the Krakoa because mutant Krakoa is for mutants. Oh, here we go. Here's the new Warriors that you've been waiting for. Speedball. Now, Speedball here is a little more muscular than the version that we know and love, but that's neither here nor there. You get to see a little description of his first appearance. And then whew, here's a character you don't see every day. Darkhawk. What? What? Darkhawk? Speaking of Captain Britain, but yeah. So yeah, Darkhawk, New Warriors. But yeah, he ends up being on the New Warriors for a little bit, but he's not a core member because he's gone. They don't talk about him in the New Warriors book. There's dude, Britain looks beef in this picture. He is Union jacked in this picture. Look at that. Brian Braddock is. I can't tell who's beefier, Strong Guy or Brian. It's freaking yeah, There was a time where he got rid of the helmet and he went by Britannic, and it kind of just it lost that flair of just the campiness of the character trying to be like this superhero for the British Isles. Anyway, so yeah, you got Strong Guy there, Guido. I have yet to see him um, done right. Dude, even when they put him into that X-Men animated series, he didn't have the personality. But yeah, you got Kang again, and then Professor Xavier, who has been done right in cinema past. So I am. How many packs am I in? I am in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I've opened 6 packs, and so far I've only pulled one foil card, one hollow foil. So I'm thinking that's kind of like the ratio. 1 out of 6, you'll get something special. So hopefully this will be the one. I'm kind of afraid here because one of the cards feels a little too high. So we'll cut it at the bottom. Avoid that altogether. If I cut into something and I start swearing profusely, it's probably because I cut into a card. And knowing my stupid luck, I'd probably cut into the card I really want. See how it's kind of off? If I'd cut to that top, I'd probably cut into that card. But it's Nightmare, so I'm not. But having said that, all these cards are valuable. Look at that. Old school Thor. Old school Rainbow Road. Yeah, the thing about Thor, this artwork, I think I saw it last night when we were on, last night when we were on no, not last night. 2 nights ago on the Bounding live stream. This is very like Alex Ross kind of thing. Like, and I think Jusko kind of inspired Ross in what he does. And then you saw this on the side of the box here, but Captain America, they gave him the bald eagle with a flag. Man, that's some old school stuff. But yeah. And then you've got Gambit. I know Philip wants this card. Philip wants this card. I might give it to him because he's a badass dude. But look at that artwork. God. You go into Marvel Comics right now, it's gonna be slim pickings to try to find something as just badass as that. Silver Surfer made his appearance in the Fantastic Four movie, Rise of the Silver Surfer. Here's the thing: that movie is not on Disney Plus. The first movie is, and the stupid Fan Four Stick is. But the movie where he makes his appearance, voiced by the wonderful Lawrence Fishburne, uh, you know, that's not on the Disney Plus platform. Look at that. 1992, we have Blaze. Blaze, he had given up the Spirit of Vengeance, gave it to Dan Ketch. So, but he still sports the motorcycle, and he still has a fragment of the Hellfire in him. But yeah, he went by Blaze at this point, and he essentially became like this Lorenzo Lamas character, just traveling and battling evil wherever he could. Got he got sucked into the Ghost Rider thing with the Lilith and Death Watch, not the Star Wars Death Watch, but Death Watch, the character. Yeah. And then you've got the Nightmare, who we've written stories about Nightmare appearing in Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. But there's a ton of rumors about that movie, how just having a bunch of other characters. How they would fit Nightmare into it, I don't know, but that's neither here nor there. Okay. Here we go. Our next victim. Hopefully a foil. Hopefully a foil. So I guess that's the gamble with this. Like you're hoping for a foil, and sometimes you're gonna get some repeats. Sometimes you're gonna get some really cool cards that'll bring you back. But then other times you're just like, okay. That's a character I never really followed. I understand that the character had a history. Okay, so this is Human Torch. Now, Marvel Masterpiece Human Torch. Now, is this the AI Human Torch? Originally created by Timely Comics back in the day? Or is this the Fantastic Four version? Oh, yeah, it's the Fantastic Four version. Here we go. North Star. I believe he's the gay character. The actual, like, introduced as a gay character. But they didn't make it like, oh, yeah, he's a gay character. Just like, he is a character and he is gay. You get that? You get that, Marvel? You make the character. And the incidental things that make up his character are incidental. Like, oh, he has a size 6 shoe. Oh, he has a boyfriend. Oh, you introduce the character, you create the story of this character first. Then, all those other things. Make the character interesting first before you insert your little politics. Anyway, Night Thrasher, old school. Here's the thing about this artwork, though. Why? Night Thrasher, it's in the name. Night. Why is he roaming around in the day? Anyway, I'll ask you that 30 years ago, Joe Jusko. So we got Thanos, repeat card. And it is stuck to the leader. Teased in I believe it was the Incredible Hulk. At the end of it, when Ed Norton had defeated the Abomination, and then leader was teased, And then you got Bullseye, who was in Daredevil season 3. We saw a live version of Bullseye at some point. Oh my gosh, I just remembered. That he was actually in the stupid the Ben Affleck movie, played by Colin Farrell. Y'all remember that crazy fool? Yeah. So yeah, Bullseye. Done well versus not done well. Whew. Okay. It feels like I'm opening these cards and a lot of them have lost volume. Like, you know how cards have a certain thickness to them that you're like, okay, cool. It feels like these were, oh God, better cut it at the bottom. Yeah, it feels like these have like lost some layer to them. I don't know what that is. But this is, oh God, this is kind of exciting too. Don't get me wrong. But like all casinos, there's a bit of gamble. But I know at this casino, all there is win, because this is opening up childhood memories here. So you got old school Venom. All right. Bye, Joe Jusko. And then you get his first appearance there. A little bit of backstory. And then a character we've yet to see done well in the movies, Galactus. See, they did Silver Surfer well, but they didn't do Galactus. It's like, give us that helmet. Give us that iconic helmet. And the thing about Thor Ragnarok is it gave me hope that you could do that kind of style. You could do Kirby's stuff. You just have to dig your heels in and just make a commitment to just, I'm gonna do this. So you got Doctor Strange. I don't think he was that popular in the 90s, to be honest. Like, people knew his name, but not like crazy. You got Repeat of Wolverine, Repeat of Beast, and first time we see it, Shadowcat, also known as Elliot Page. Everybody. Shut up. No new Warriors card. I am not buying a new. I might buy a new Warriors card. I just might buy those cards if they sell them, just for the novelty fact. I considered buying the comic when they came out, just getting it from the Barnes and Noble down the street. No, they never sold. Anyway, but if they sell the cards, I might get the cards, just for laughs. You guys know that you could submit some stuff to Topps, and Topps will make a card for you out of the stuff that you submit. Yeah. So here we go. What is this? Oh, Jesus. Oh. Hello. You're not going to see that in any comic book. That is artwork that brings young boys to the comic books. I remember seeing the Savage Land comic books being sold, and I was like, "Oh my gosh, Rogue looks like that." What totally got me sold was, seeing the Wildcat comics and the Coda. If you guys remember the Coda, oh my Jesus Christ. Yeah, I bought all the New Warriors physical books in case of another TP shortage. Well, Nano Reaper, if you have a few issues left over, I will go and buy them from you. I need something to wipe my ass with as well. Jesus Christ. So yeah, you got Doc Ock. Old school. Muscles, kind of chubby there. Oh, this is well before his appearance in the first Spider-Man, or the second Spider-Man movie with Tobey Maguire, which is cool. Old school Iron Man. Notice that the face helmet is kind of that proto model. You know, Iron Man was not popular at this point, not at all. You got a repeat of Tombstone. Got a repeat of Darkhawk. At this point, we might get a lot of repeats. So, and then the Red Skull. Look, how menacing is the Red Skull? Well, he keeps showing up. But yeah, he makes his first appearance in Captain America Comics #1, March 1941. That's by, oh gosh, forget his name, Joe. It's on the tip of my tongue, but I'll remember it in the middle of the night. Joe something. Joe, God. That's gonna bother me because that guy was alive until like 2011. He had lived a very long time. He had actually lived long enough to see the first Captain America movie come out. But yeah. So we might, so I'm already seeing that we're going to get a lot of repeats here. So this pack, okay, so you got Mr. Warlock, who was teased in the Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2. You know how I said, like, there's a volume? Like, see how thin these are? Like, nothing compared to how a card usually is. Then we got Joe Jusko doing a old school Invisible Woman. Now the 90th, yeah, Joe. There you go. Thanks, Spencer. Just so anyway, back to what I was saying. Invisible Woman. At some point in the 90s, she lost a lot of this clothing, and it was to appeal to the younger crowd. All right, and then you got Hobgoblin. Dude, that looks grotesque. I have yet to see Hobgoblin done other than the animated series. They did Hobgoblin for a few episodes, but I don't know how they're going to bring him into the live action without, a lot of the fans being like, "What?" A lot of the normies being like, "Why do you have a Green Goblin and a Hobgoblin? Just stop with the Goblin." Anyway, but the same thing, right? Anyway, so you got Namor again, stuck to something else, Captain America again, and Super Skrull again. So some of these duplicates I might just give away. Because they are, you don't keep all this stuff to yourself. You spread the love. Yes, you spread the love, and I think for my bounding team, you guys might get a few things coming your way. So let me know which ones fancy your interests. Because this stuff is, like I said, even the non-foil stuff is valuable. I know because I am in a place where they value these things. Um, but yeah, this is total. This is getting towards total stress now because I'm getting through halfway through the set here, and I'm noticing no more foils. Anyway, so you got Colossus again. That's the repeat. I think we got 2 of those now. Old school Hawkeye. I saw that they were doing some filming of the Hawkeye show, and he. Oh, what the hell, Drew? Namor is a badass. Okay, he don't take no shit from nobody. Even as the first mutant, he was like telling Xavier to piss off. Anyway, so yeah, that's I'm wondering if in the show they're going to bring that helmet back because we're missing a few of that iconic stuff. We got a little nod to it in WandaVision. Why not a little nod to it in the Hawkeye show? So you got Mandarin. Eventually, we're gonna get him in live action, the real Mandarin. The tease that we got in the stupid. I'm still pissed about that. Iron Man 3. More repeats of Mole Man, Galactus, and now here's the thing: Sleepwalker. Obviously, like some sort of Green Goblin versus Green Goblin and Skrull kind of ripoff. But yeah, you get a little description. Uh, no real name, but it gets its own comic. And we haven't seen that character. We see that character. I don't think we're gonna see that character because I forgot about him. I totally forgot about him. One of those IPs that they were trying to make back in the day, and it just didn't take off. Kind of like Thunderstrike. If anybody read the stuff that we did for the Thors back in the day, Thunderstrike was a character they came out with in the 90s. He was really just, the dialogue was so crass. And Tom DeFalco did the writing for it, but yeah, more Green Goblin. Yeah, it's getting into repeats. So guys, take a dibs now because here we go. The white Nick Fury. We almost got this guy at some point in the Marvel Cinematic Universe until they went with the Ultimates version, which was, Samuel L. Jackson. I didn't have too much with. The problem when Captain Marvel came out and they cut his balls off. Yeah, that's we need this guy back. Just saying. Because that guy had balls. That guy actually went through warfare. Yeah, so seeing a lot of repeats. So you got Sandman again, you got Speedball again, Morbius. You guys realize we were supposed to get this movie this year. Jared Leto. A lot of people, old school fans, were like, "Oh yeah, that actually looks cool." I didn't like Venom, and it looked like more of the uh, more of the same coming from Sony. Morbius movie just felt samey, and I wasn't really looking forward to it. I'd review it when it came out, obviously, just like I reviewed Venom. But anyway, and then you got old school Electro. We're not going to see that version of the suit. It's funny, we did a story too. Jamie was supposed to reprise his role as Electro, and he had all but confirmed he was in the movie for Spider-Man 3. And he doubled back and said it's probably not happening. Which is a way of saying Marvel's PR people came up and said, you talk too much, Jamie. Which is a problem Jamie Foxx usually has. He is a talker. He's an interesting conversationalist, but he talks too much, dude. I tell you guys the story. I went to the CBS studios to watch Beat Shazam, and I was an audience member. And we were there for about 6 hours, me and my girlfriend, and the dude just was nonstop talking. Even when we went to into breaks, because you would need to for breaks and stuff like that. He would just continue to just talk to people and okay, pulled this. Look at that. Captain America versus the Red Skull. I'm sure that one's like a $700, $800 card. That's a perfect 10. I'm looking at the edges, and it looks all right. Looks all right. Maybe a 9, but like, yeah, hoping for a 10. Oh, look at that! Oh, beautiful stuff. Put that in the special pile. Okay, on to something here. We got Tooth in Joe Jusko style, and he has kind of like this fur going on in like the weirdest places. He doesn't have like the 90s kind of stripe going down the middle. He doesn't have the hooves, but yeah, actually shows up in Iron Fist. Shows up first in Iron Fist, even though he is most attributed to Wolverine. This is where he shows up first. Iron Fist, number 14 in 1977. Interesting, right? Then you got Quasar. I don't know if we're gonna get to this guy in the cinematic universe, to be honest. You know how James Gunn was supposed to be the leader or supposed to be the cultivator side of the cosmic Marvel at some point? This guy would make his appearance, and then Nova, Richard Rider, would make his appearance. Yeah. Then we got another Thor. When the Thor movie first came out, this card was just selling like crazy. Then you got a repeat of Megan. And here's a character you don't see much. Deathlock. We've got a live version of Deathlock in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. And, it looked like Deathlock in the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Fortunately, they didn't do much with the character, and that show kind of just went all the way bonkers in Josh Whedon's style, and he kind of got lost in the minutia of character of the week rather than something we could take and make something with. Because interesting character, kind of like the cyborg of the Marvel Cinematic Universe, and they could have had a cyborg before DC came out with their cyborg, but wasted, wasted. Um, I feel good about this one. I feel good. So we're gonna do this one. Yeah, Quasar. Quasar looks so very fabulous, so we should fit in with the 2020 Marvel. Dude, I don't freaking know, dude. I don't know what's going on with Marvel. They're supposed to have okay, so you guys know that the HBO decided that they were going to release all of the slate of their 2021 films at the same time on HBO Max that they would in the theater. So, day and date releases, the theaters usually don't do that. They don't like doing that. They pushed back on Universal because they did a day and date release of Trolls World Tour. And I know AMC took them to task and said they would just not show their stuff in the theaters anymore. Well, HBO just did the same damn thing, and nothing's being said. I think the writing's on the wall in the theaters seeing it. Anyway, you got Loki, looking as villainous as ever, Joe Jusko style. It's cool. I mean, this is what an artist can do. He can take something and make it his own. And that style right there that Jusko makes is he looks menacing, and he's true to the colors of Loki. Here we go. Frank Castle as the Punisher. Also, Joe Jusko style, full on skull on the front with the belt as the teeth marks there, appearing in the Amazing Spider-Man. You got 90s Storm, which is the quintessential Storm for my generation. My generation. Some of the older folks think that the Mohawk Storm is the quintessential. This is mine right here. White Suit Storm. Here's something. Remember this? Know who that is? It's freaking Captain America. For a time, he went nomad. Captain America 262. No one remembers that, but they kind of give like a nod to that character going through that progression in Avengers Infinity War. But you got the Hulk here, as depicted on the box art here. Obviously. That's cool. Pulled a Nomad card. I never Some of these characters are just they're so one-off, but then when they do nods of them in the live action, you're like, I remember that. I remember when they did that. That was a horrible comic book, but they at least acknowledged it, it's had horrible sales, totally just tanked our comic book store because we bought a whole bunch of issues of that one and no one bought it. But I appreciate that they, at least acknowledge the history of the character. And they probably sold a lot of back issues because of that, because they freaking put that character in there. And they probably made a lot of reprint money. I think that's like, instead of selling new stuff, they should have just reprinted and gone on the reprints. Oh my! There you go. There's the Juggernaut. I'm the Juggernaut, bitch. Ah, beautiful. So it's important to note that this is the first they came out with, the first masterpiece set that they came out with. 1992, and then 93 was the second. So you got your Spider-Man, and that looks pretty cool. We were going over 93 artwork for the Marvel Masterpiece, and it looked like he was like being attacked by a fly, or he was attacking a fly. Joe Jusko. God bless you, man. You know what we're looking at and what we're looking for. This is why we came to comic books. Silver freaking Sable. Look at that. 4. Apparently supposed to be getting a solo movie in the Sonyverse. Who knows at this point? But yeah, Silver Sable. God damn. That's how you sell a comic book, Marvel. Shatterstar, yet again, given a nod in the Deadpool movie. Killed immediately. You got the manly Nick Fury here. And this is the guy. So remember how I was talking about Blaze? How Johnny Blaze had lost the Hellfire, the Spirit of Vengeance, and given it to this man right here. Notice the bike design, different. Notice the chain link, different. This is Dan Ketch, 1990s. Look at that. That was the comic book that I got into with Ghost Rider. Dan Ketch. Boom, look at that name right there. 1990. But that was the Ghost Rider of the time. Then it eventually became Robbie Reyes. Early 2000s. Shut up, Spencer. You can dream. All right, so we are more than halfway done with our set. I've pulled 2 foils: the Captain America versus the Red Skull, and the Hulk versus the Thing. So hopefully we can get at least one more. And if we do, oh my gosh. Oh, happy day. But, I'm not going to be mad if I don't, cuz, like I said, all of these cards are diamonds. You just happen to find the one that's a little more carats than the other when you pull some of those foils. So you got more Sleepwalker. Very underutilized character in the Marvel Cinematic Universe right now, because he hasn't made an appearance. This is Black Widow. Not very black. More like Gray Widow, to be honest. But Joe Jusko is very familiar with the female form, it looks like. And he draws her thick and form-fitting. Then we got more of Darkhawk. I think I know why they don't use this character, or at least the name of the character. You want to know why? It's in the name. Darkhawk. It's 2020. People are just gonna laugh. And no, no. 92, we had our innocence, and we were like, "Oh, Darkhawk. That sounds like a cool name." And now we're just like, "Okay, that's kind of." Anyway, Quasar, Loki, Mojo. Here's another character that they had an opportunity to use. They kind of introduced it in Deadpool, the the second Deadpool film, but you know, that they tease it, and then they don't deliver. It's just part of that is the Fox deal that was happening. Just imagine a movie where they were just stuck in a film or stuck on some live action reality show for all of the universe to see, and Mojo was just the head over it. Or gosh, makes me think of what they could do for WandaVision if they really wanted to explore that and bring mutants in. Just be like, okay, here's another part of the multiverse, and Mojo is just with all of these TV sets watching this version, which sucks. So he throws in a whole bunch of other. That's where you get Spiral and stuff. All right, so this next set looks like we're gonna get some more repeats. Hopefully, we get some uniques. I should just set it aside. So there we go. Bullseye, a repeat. Major Victory. Not a lot of people know Major Victory carrying Captain America's shield. This is I forget his name, but he was one of the original Guardians of the Galaxy. God dang it. Yeah, Vance Astro. Vance Astro. That's the guy that claimed Captain America's shield in the future after America had gone away. He goes back into the past and uses it in many of his interstellar travels. So that's a character we've, they do they do the Aleto twins, which I guess now they're married. That's a weird incest thing. But anyway, Guardians of the Galaxy. Volume 2. Stallone is Aleto Olgord, and then that one chick who's in Star Trek, um she's the female version. Anyway, so yeah, it's nods, but it's not like the full Monty. So we got a lot of repeats going on right now. Wonder Man. I believe this was the version of the character that, um, God dang it, Nathan Fillion was the Wonder Man. And Nathan Fillion is a friend, I believe, of James Gunn. And at some point, he was teased to be involved in Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2. That never happened because, anyway. But yeah, Simon Williams. There was some posters, some leaked set photos of, actor Simon Williams and something, and then nothing ever came of it. But I would love to see Nathan Fillion in the Marvel Universe proper. It's just Vance Astro is the lamest origin story ever. Yes, I understand, but as comic book fans and as folks have really grown up with this stuff, you appreciate the nods. Just like, okay, yeah, that happened. You appreciate when somebody owns up to their mistakes, even though even though it might have ruined comic books that for that quarter, you just like, okay, yeah, we did that. Unfortunately, you don't dig your heels into it and try to make a whole thing out of it. You just, okay, yeah, that happened. Let's move to better things. And hopefully, you do. You just. So as we're opening this next pack up, it looks like we're gonna get a little more into the repeat realm. We get something unique at some points. More Tombstone. Gosh, that's the problem with these cards. Ah, cool. Cyclops. Underrated. Yeah, that scene when he arrives on the planet, but in the meantime he's asleep. The human race progressed so much they're already waiting for him. Anyway, here's the thing about the 90s. Apparently, it was too much to say Luke Cage, so he became Cage. This was his costume, like the 70s costume, the iconic 70s costume with like the bracelets and pain and all that. All that gone. Is Cage at this point. Uh, so yeah, Cage, real name Luke Cage. Uh, got his own comic. Blaxploitation at its best. But he became a character in his own right and did really well. The show did really well for a time. So, and Jean Grey. Speaking of Cyclops, then we got Jean Grey in the old 90s costume there. Yeah, beautiful stuff. I should really think about organizing these. But yeah, I am deathly afraid of touching these in any kind of rough manner. So I am just going to do what I can to make sure that they are well protected against fall damage. God dang. But yeah, this is a lot of memories, and I want to stain those with just damaging them, you know. And doing what I do, I just like I see like edges now. I look at the edges. I look more than just at, at the card itself. Like the artwork. The artwork is cool. You don't see that a lot. Um, but I'm looking at the edges now. You can see that even coming in, some of these edges are a little bent. You can see that there's a little bit of and then this is not me doing the bending. It came like this. I sound like a kid. Yeah, I like the original Guardians too, yeah. It was something about like putting heart into it. Okay, so okay. Hopefully those stay. Okay. Whew. All right, here we go. We are. Woo. I didn't know it'd be like this. God dang. I thought they'd be big packs, but they're like kind of small, slim packs here. Which is, I'm not complaining. That's a good thing. Um, Yeah, we got, oh, what's this? Okay, so we got some more repeats. Wonder Man. 30 years old. They kind of stick. Okay, so you got Archangel. Warren Worthington during this time had lost his wings, and he had gotten into a deal with Apocalypse to give him his wings back, but he gave him metal wings and made him the the Horseman of Death in exchange. It's just kind of like a story about a dude who had lost a piece of himself and just wanted that back at all costs. And it's a very touching story. It kind of gets lost in all the minutia of everything that happened with the X-Men, so you kind of forget. But so yeah, I got my Storm. I'm gonna give this one to Philip. That's going to Philip. Oh boy, Philip. Juggernaut again, and then Sinister in all his glory. Mr. Sinister makes his appearance in Uncanny X-Men number 221 back in 1987. I was barely in kindergarten at the time. That's how old that character is. Whew. So we are down to our last, I guess, like 12. God dang. Thanks for sticking with me, guys. It's going to be an interesting ride. So we've got... Oh, you know what? I could just use the box to hold all these cards. Now that I'm thinking about it. But yeah, this is... Sometimes you just treat yourself when you think about just getting something cool. So you get something cool. You know, Ultron back in the day. They don't use this character, at least this design. Oh wait, they do use. Here's the thing: they got Ultron, and then they've got a character that's kind of looking like Ultron in okay, old school Daredevil. There you go. This was the 90s, and this was leading up to the horrible Daredevil film by Ben Affleck. Oh, with Ben Affleck, which we would eventually get a better version in Charlie Cox. Hashtag save Daredevil. We want that show back. Capacity. Dude, you have the character, you have all the actors willing to reprise their roles. Just do it. Just whatever. Anyway, like Marvel's gonna listen to me. Silver Sable again. Dark Black Widow again. Nightcrawler again. So yeah, we're getting into the repeats here. Okay, so at this point, we're just gonna see if we're pulling anything unique. Pulling any foils. So we had 1 out of 6 that had foil. I'm not sure. Yeah, I lost count of how many we'd actually pulled. But there's 36 in here. So if we pull all... So at the end of this, if I pull maybe 3, so that means 1 in 10. So yeah, Namor. Or as I was gonna say Supreme Heretic. As Drew says, Gamor. So here we go. Cable. Old school Cable. Not that young stupid punk that's in the fucking whatever. He's in the comic books right now. This guy is not in the comic books right now. It's this young, arrogant piece of shit that's in the comic books. Because that young, arrogant piece of shit killed this guy. Anyway. Oh, yo, Enchantress. You know that's not going to show up in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. That version is not happening. So take a good look. Ladies and gentlemen, this is how you sell a comic book. You fail. You fail. You just don't. Anyway, you've got to appeal to your audience. Here's She-Hulk in 80s workout attire, it looks like. Dude, they could have done Allison Brie doing that, and they didn't. Chadwick Boseman. We got Chadwick Boseman here. Black Panther. Here's the thing. Gosh. Letitia Wright is getting lambasted right now. Lambasted because she's doing wrong think, according to the internet. Very dangerous to have wrong think. And so they want to cancel her. It's hilarious. She asks a question that even I ask. Like, okay, dude, we've had like malaria and measles, mumps, rubella, all that stuff had vaccines that we take before we go to school for years and years and decades. We take in these things. We know there's no side effects because the years of taking these things, nobody's really reported any shit happening to them. So yeah, that's cool. We have this vaccine. No, I'm not gonna say anything because I don't want you to just fucking stamp this out. But you know, Letitia Wright should have every right to say whatever the fuck she wants to say. We all wear our tinfoil hats sometimes. Yeah. So yeah, I am 100% behind Letitia Wright in her right to, you know, say what she wants to say about things. We say it on a daily basis, you know. We could be wrong, we could be right. It's just a matter of what happens at the end of everything that's being done and said. So another Mole Man, but behind Mole Man, a version of Elektra we shall never see. That is good. That is good. Oh, yeah. Dude, imagine if Allison Brie got that role for She-Hulk. I would actually be interested in watching the She-Hulk show. You know. So, Doom, you got Old School Apocalypse. Old School Apocalypse. There's some version of Apocalypse out there in the comic books right now that is a far cry from this version. Like, they know how to write him, but they just choose not to. You got another Sandman. And then, look at that. Weapon Omega. What the heck? What is Weapon Omega? He looks like Spider-Man with looks like a weird symbol on him. What? Nope. Alpha Flight. Kyle. And I think that's I forget who that is. Alpha Flight. It was such a short stint in the Alpha Flight comic books. I probably forgot who that was. But Weapon Omega, that's a unique card. Oh, god damn. I love this stuff. Yeah, screw the woke cultists. Dude, everybody who who thinks about weird stuff every now and then, you know, if you think about weird stuff, you're gonna get canceled. Just, just dude, Gwyneth Paltrow made a fucking candle out of her vagina smell. What's the smell of the fucking candle? It smells like pussy. You know, just like there's a level of weird, and Letitia Wright's like questioning something that's being pushed by mainstream media is not weird at all. Okay, so here's what I'm talking about. So see how these cards are kind of like bent backwards a little bit? That's the kind of thing that I notice. And then a little bend upwards because how they were packed. So they were kind of stacked in the set like that, and then just rested like that for so many years. But yeah, Namorita. Not gonna see that in the live action films. Nope, nope, nope. That's not happening. Too eye gazy, male eye gazy. So take a good look, folks. That's the last time you're gonna see that. So you got more of Mr. Cage here, who is just called Cage. You got more of the Doc Ock. He taps walking in place. Gwyneth Paltrow's candles smell like sweat and shame. Oh yeah, yeah. But yeah. Oh my god. Freaking Emma Frost. White fucking queen. January Jones, I'm sorry. You're quite a looker, but you did not do this in the film. You did not do this. I wish you had. Because that means Fox just said, all right, we're gonna do it right. This is Drew, if I pull a second Emma, I'll give you the second Emma. But this is going up on my ceiling. All right, so that's the first Emma Frost card I got. Dang, White Queen. It's funny because as hot as she looked, Sebastian Shaw kind of started like going after Jean Grey more at some point. Like Emma got like jealous. It's weird. It is a weird time. Um, comic books. Comic books are weird, and I ain't mad at it. All right, so this is. Oh gosh, this will. Okay, so you know how I talk about like all these cards making money when the thing that they're based off of gets released? Look at that. Moon Knight. How much do you think that card will start pulling once the show drops? I'm gonna keep that card. I'm actually gonna try to seal it, make sure it's kept nice and airtight. So you got yourself another Enchantress. If she makes an appearance in the Loki show, uh, that card might get some dollars. You got another Susan Storm there, Invisible Woman. Oh, a checklist card. Another Daredevil, and then another Quicksilver. Dude, here's the thing, and I was talking with this other, or I heard this other lady talking about it. Cyclops was smart, tapping Emma for a spell. So Cyclops was able to get 3 psychics. Psylocke, Jean Grey, Emma. Dude, what is it about Cyclops? Where he's able to pull just the hottest, like mind readers. So they would know what's going on in Scott's mind, you know? But they like that solidity. They like that strong male character. You know, they want the maybe they want the wild one, maybe. Nah, Jean Grey kind of wanted the wild one, but she, you know, the solidity factor of not the solidity factor, the strong mental fortitude of oh god. Sorry, I just had to stop. Yeah, that is Joe Jusko, you've done it. This is oh god. Anyway, that Psylocke is mine. Sorry guys. That one's mine. I'm taking it. You got another Doom. Got another Hawkeye. Right after the stream, I'm gonna like arrange all of these so I can like pull out the duplicates, start distributing them amongst my friends. But yeah, that's ooh, Psylocke. I'm excited just for Psylocke. Maybe that the Emma Frost and the Psylocke, maybe that made it worth it. You know. The only thing that can make me happier is if I pull like a who was the other one that was freaking Jeffrey Turner, yes. Oh, now they made him gay. God dang it. Why'd you fucking say that, Nano Reaper? Ugh. Anyway. So yeah. Got another Nomad. That's cool. Nomad's a good character. I think the card would have pulled a lot more during Infinity War. Non-gay Iceman. This is the straight version that we saw back in the 90s before Jean Grey fucked it up. More of a major victory. Vance Astro, the original Guardian of the Galaxy. You got Mojo here. Another, wow, another Enchantress. If she makes an appearance in the Loki series, I might do something. Okay, so and then more Silver Surfer. That character over. See, you have all these cards, and you're like, okay, that's cool. But then you think, okay, what's going to happen when these characters start showing up? What's going to happen to the sale of these old cards? And what Marvel could do is have all these card companies just reprint and make some buku bucks in the card shops. Just okay, we're gonna resell this character's card. So because the interesting things about these cards is you get like little character histories. And like when they first appear, I have that comic book by the way, with Cable. You know? Um, you know, you just make money, Marvel, off these little cards and give audiences a little comic book history. And then they could just like go into the comic books and like read the histories. Um, but you don't do that because your marketing guy sucks or something. You need a new head of marketing. Oh, that's a second black cat. That's it's like I need a FAP stream for all these hot cards. Oh, but yeah. But yeah, thanks for joining me, guys. This is this is good. This is good stuff. I cannot wait for what I pull. But yeah, this is we're running low on the pile here. This is what I got left. But this is all right. So it looks like more of the same. This is our second Electra. Yeah. This is our second Morbius. That might be the Cell card. Like I'll keep one, but I'll put this one out for like a thing just in case, you know. Mephisto. Look at that. That's old school Mephisto. I don't think we're gonna get Mephisto. That's too, you know, Demon Realm. And Demon Realm stuff might be too sensitive for the Chinese audiences, which, you know, usually makes Marvel $1 billion or more money. So they might stay away from Mephisto. We might not see the live action version of that character. But another Shatterstar would have been good during Deadpool's second film. Hobgoblin, I don't see that happening. And Warlock, yet again, that's our second pull on that one. So, oh yeah. Stay away from video games that are too close to what I did back in real life back in the yeah. Dude, I remember back in the day. No, I'm not gonna talk about it. YouTube might knock my stream down. But here's the thing. Oh gosh. Okay, now I'm getting sweaty because we're getting to our last bits here. And so far I've only pulled 2 foils. 2 foils. So Cyclops. That's our second. Mandarin. I think that's our third pull of the Mandarin character. That's a big thing there. That's weird. You didn't do his full body. Jusko just wanted to get the rock texture. Just fill in the frame. Oh, another Psylocke. Who wants it? Oh. So good. And then Doctor Strange. Doctor Strange. Oh, what's this last one? Oh, another Venom. You know, that one might get some pickup during the second Venom film. I know when I watched the first film, they gave out a comic book with Tom Hardy's character in it. Got it at the front gate. It was funny too because when I went up into the theater, no rating given for the film. It was like, okay, well, what's the rating? Didn't figure out the rating yet. and it was no NR, which meant, you know, they didn't get to the theater in time to tell them what to put across the marquee. But yeah, this is, oh gosh, we're down to our last 6, I think. So Drew, you're down for Cyclops, Psylocke, and dude, I haven't pulled a second Emma. Can't have the Emma yet. You could probably have the second Psylocke, but that Emma is mine. Okay, so another professor. If they reboot the X-Men, I caught that on the fly. If they reboot X-Men, then I think this will pull some chair. Dormammu, if they bring him back, which I have an interesting theory now that Doctor Strange has lost the time stone. That Dormammu might be making another appearance because the thing that was keeping him away from Earth and invading the Earth realm, that's gone now. Doctor Strange has lost all his leverage. But all the things that I'm hearing about what's happening with the Doctor Strange movie, oh. No. Yeah. But god damn. Like every goddamn character that has ever appeared in a Marvel film is going to show up. Even like what they call the legacy films on Disney Plus. They call them legacy films? Yeah, legacy. They're legacy films now. It's kind of like Legends for Star Wars. So you got more of the Nightmare. You got more of the 90s Blaze, the original Ghost Rider. You got more of my man Alex. More of Mr. Fantastic. I think this is the second card I pulled of him. More Cable. And more Storm. Oh, I am not complaining about more Storm. This is the quintessential Storm. White suit Storm. Oh boy. All right, last 3, guys. What do you think? Jesus Christ. All right, here we go. Yeah. What is with Cyclops being attracted to psychics, or more astutely, what is with psychics being attracted to Cyclops? Anyway, I don't know. But yeah, here's more of Mr. Elliot. That's the funny thing in that movie. You had Shadowcat with Iceman. Iceman in the comics turns up gay. The character Shawn Ashmore, who plays him, is gay, and then the girl who plays Shadowcat, goes. It's Elliot now. It's Elliot. Before that, she was a pregnant woman in an underage relationship. So you got Magneto with household items. You got Mephisto again. God damn, Elektra again. I'm not a. In terms of practicality, like, she has no armor to protect her. She has only her size, which are gardening equipments back in the day. Yeah. And then back to silver ass there. That's great. So wow, out of all this set, it's looking like these are the last two. We only pulled two foil cards. I'm I'm amazed. I'm amazed. So I guess that's the thing about card sets. You sometimes pull some good ones. Like rares are rares for a reason. Oh, okay, Drew, you got your request. Second pull. That's yours. All right, so oh my gosh. So this is the third foil. The Silver Surfer versus Thanos. Oh my gosh. Yeah, that's the one. So that's three. Three out of the 36. So this is our man Green Goblin again. I guess second pull. This is maybe showing up is Kang the Conqueror. Nova, obviously. Dormammu. I get that's our third pull of the character. Last one. Nano Reaper, you already said it, so you just jinxed it. It's not going to happen. I don't know why you said that. You just totally jinxed me. Here we go. Last one. Hopefully, something interesting will come out of this. I can only hope. Okay, so yeah, I fucking like the first one I pull is a freaking checklist, so I already know it's not gonna be good. So here we go. Another Red Skull. Another Loki. Another Blaze. Another Thrash. And another Human Torch. Dang. Well, you know. Whew. That's so what were the rare ones here? So yeah, taking a look at that. Silver Surfer versus Thanos. Captain America versus the Red Skull. And Hulk versus Thing. So those were the three. I guess that's it. All right, guys. Thanks for joining me. Hopefully this has been as therapeutic. Just like reliving the past. Just looking at some great artwork from a great artist who did this whole set. The dude did this whole set. I talk shit on Night Thrasher and how he designed him to be in this broad daylight setting, but like the dude put in the work, and he knew what sold, as you could see from like the Elektra and the Emma Frost and the the Psylocke cards. It's just like, yeah, and that's what's lacking in the comic books nowadays. But I think if somebody gets back to doing something just quality like this, I think you'd see a surge in whatever medium that happens to be. All right. Well, thanks for joining me, guys, and I will see you on what are we? I guess on Monday we're going to be doing a live stream with Makini on 12:30 p.m. Pacific time. Whatever she's drawn then, I try to piggyback off of that and go with the theme of whatever's going on today. So, all right. Hope to see you there and take care.